I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore. Does it matter? Does it fucking matter? I don't know if any of you noticed the last week we didn't even have a show because I've been okay. I'm not trying to bitch, but I'm bitching. Every week I put in the work. I do other podcasts. I know everybody's busy. I'm not saying that. But last week I was like, I'm the one who always has to coordinate when we're podcasting, whatever. So I'm like, let me just see if these two even fucking notice if we do a podcast. No
I did
text,
notice.
until I see Dave 2 days fucking after we don't record.
Huh.
And I'm like, he's like, hey. And I'm like, hey, did you notice anything? He's like, I was going to say something. Were you gonna?
Yeah. Well, hey,
We're gonna.
look.
Brandon say shit. Do you guys even fucking care anymore?
Yeah.
I'm happy the topic is marriage because I want a divorce out of this fucking thing right now. Because you two fucking people, I'd be the worst Mormon husband because my sister wives suck. Fucking pay attention to me.
First of all, I did notice, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to respect his boundaries. I'm sure Pat has his reasons.
When the fuck am I at boundaries?
I'm gonna say that I started fasting last week for Ramadan and I was all fucked up. So like
Ramadan and ding dong.
I didn't even know what day it was.
Ramadanian?
Well, I just did it because I have a friend who's Muslim. They do it for the whole month. I did it just for 1 week, and by Saturday, I thought it was like Tuesday. I apologize, but I was like, wait a minute, and then I'm like, oh shit, I don't think we podcasted. And I'm like, what week is it? It's one of the most psychedelic experiences I've ever done, and what it is
He's
basically
done a lot of drugs.
Yeah, and what it is, I just didn't eat from sun up to sundown, which I normally don't eat till it's late in the day anyway, but I'll have that coffee in the morning with butter or whatever, but I didn't do any of that. I just did water with lemon, and then I let myself juice some like
lemon?
vegetables. Well, I did because it's my own rules because I'm not really.
No, the real rule is just water, right? Like
yeah, I think it's just water. Yeah, I think so.
It is water at least. You're not
like
just
for a real
nothing.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing it more of the cleanse to my, for my insides.
So you did it with someone else that was Muslim?
So
it was Muslim?
Exactly. It was Muslim together.
Muslim.
I'm going to do the exact opposite of Ramadan and just eat nothing but ramen noodles from sun up to sundown.
And I'm going to do the other thing that Muslims do, and I'm going to kill a white person and hold their head.
And I'm going to be the coolest person doing it. I'm going to be the Ramadan.
Mm.
I'm going to do a Chinese version, and then I'm going to start my own Niner Revan.
You should do Ramalama Ding Don.
Niner Revan! No, instead of a plane, it's Godzilla smacking into it.
Niner Revan.
There were two Godzilla! Niner Revan!
I'm going to start a support group for people who hate fasting and call it Ramadan.
I'm going to call a support group. People hate this podcast to call people.
Everyone?
Yeah, that was a joke. Not Ramadan. Which one's Ramadan? What is that?
Ramadan is
besides fasting, what is it?
Yeah, what's it for?
It's once the Muslim calendar is a little different than ours, so it shifts, but it's once I think it's their 9th month of their calendar that they fast for 30 days, and it's basically just like it's kind of like Lent. The Catholics have Lent, they give up something. Well, these guys go hardcore.
The Catholics used to go hardcore, and then the Catholics, once they start fucking boys, they're like, all right, we got to take it easy.
Yeah,
you can have fish.
Just give that up for like a month, guys.
And then they're like, you can have this, don't have this. It used to be like fucking no. You're not eating a lot of shit. You're going real hardcore. Now it's like whatever.
Yeah, and we used to give up stuff for Lent. It was like a big deal. Oi, it was a big deal.
Me. I mean, we didn't give a shit.
How is Lent related to, like, it's 40 days and 40 nights. So Lent goes with the flood rules, right? So how the fuck did that happen?
I didn't even correlate that it was. I did it, but I didn't even realize it was about 40 days, 49. I just thought it was a thing
40 days
before Easter. You count it down till you can have chocolate bunnies. That's what I thought it was. Well, that's what our thing was. As kids, it was like, give up one thing, and then you'll get that one thing for Easter. And I was like, pussy. And they're like, you're 7. I'm like, I don't care.
I gave up having a dad. Still waiting.
Oh, am I black in this scenario? No, I'm worse. I know my dad. You were at the show when I tried to do a joke that I think it kind of hit, but it needs work. But I was talking about being a junior. And I was like, it's got to be tough, And then someone Googles your name. I go, my dad's a senior and I'm a junior. I did the whole thing. And I was like, Man, Martin Luther King Sr. must have hated Googling his son's name. It's always like, God damn it. You and your stupid march and your dumb murder.
And all that death.
As I said, your dumb murder.
Yeah.
I cheated on my wife and I got shot. Don't give a fuck about that. I did that one playing off my joke about pedophiles where I ended in the Martin Luther King line. And that worked. But then they were like, we don't need any more Martin Luther King in our pedophilia.
I don't remember the pedophilia.
The kid dick joke.
Right.
Yeah, you
Right.
know right away.
Yep.
He doesn't
Not my
classify that as
classic bit,
pedophilia.
right?
My classic.
Classic.
I wouldn't go as far as classic, but it's memorable.
Oh man.
Memorable bit.
Kid dick jokes. Classic Oates.
You think that's what a priest calls a kid's dick they really liked? A memorable bit.
Ooh.
Probably.
Oh man.
You know, I worked at this place and I was a DJ there on and off. It's a venue that I work at.
Tie into pedophilia.
God, I hope so.
Kind of, but not really, but it's still fucked up. So
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. It's fantastic. I'm fucking a kid. That's not the words. The remix that I played.
I'm getting it from a dick that's plastic.
Oh.
It's fantastic.
I
Ah,
like
well,
that
that'd be
kid
for
who's like,
lesbian.
hello, I'm Pat Oates.
I'm a Bobby Goyle.
Are you a child? It feels okay because you have a 97-year-old man's voice who has a throat box. Say, hello, I'm a boy.
I'm a Bobby Goyle. It's 2021.
I'm a sexy child. Yeah. Look at me working these man boobs. I got tits like Bisquick. Look, I'm a little kid. Hey.
So there's a wedding venue in Connecticut, allegedly, that there's a guy that works there who he dresses like a priest and he has people call him father. But I found out he's not really a priest. He actually couldn't make it. But he has connections to that
Couldn't
world.
make it?
So yeah. So there's
Wait, what do
yeah,
you
he
mean?
didn't.
He couldn't make it as a priest?
Yeah,
Or
couldn't make
it to your
what?
thing?
No, I guess he couldn't make it as a priest. Like he didn't go through all the training. He just like
He
was
just kept fucking.
he's just yeah, just kept fucking kids so he became a priest, I guess. I don't know.
Well, why would they kick him
Just
out for
kept
that?
saying there's no Jesus. And they're like, that's the whole
So-
thing. The whole thing. No Jesus, though.
He just kept getting it all wrong.
Well, you're a
hey,
Christian.
Zeus up there.
It's Jesus.
Okay.
He's doing my groundwork.
Okay,
But
go forth, be fruitful, don't eat pork. That's not us.
And I didn't mean fruitful. I know that's the gays, and we don't like those. We don't like those. But I like Chick-fil-A. What am I going to do?
so I might have told you this, Pat. There was this guy there though that worked there also, and I guess he's from South America, younger gentleman. He was
The worst America.
he was over, South America.
Boo.
Way to stink. We've got waxed pussies and volleyball and bananas. That's all you got.
If you were any good, you'd be
Coffee.
top shelf.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
you,
would be
South America.
Well, not top shelf stinks too.
Well, top shelf is
Canada.
They're not
Man,
top
we
shelf.
are just a fucking sandwich with some shit bread.
We are right where eye level is. We are
If it-
premium shelf space.
If it wasn't for cocaine and coffee, South America would be fucking like nothing. That's
Yeah,
all they
but
got,
let's
and
not.
oil, I guess.
I mean, that's a
Daniel
lot to
Tosh
have.
said that Canada has the best fucking border patrol in the
Yeah.
world. Fucking us. He's like, we have an army. Like, oh, it's adorable. You do. Yeah, but anything went down, we tell you get the fuck out of the way and wait till hockey season starts.
Exactly.
So yeah, so this guy fuck kids.
No, there's
how's he got a priest?
a younger gentleman there that was from South America. He wasn't a kid, but he was like 18, 19, 20, whatever. And he was there as I guess he was going to be a priest too, but like from what I
Oh.
found out in the down low, it was like it was the old guy's boyfriend. And it might not have been like,
He
Consensual.
got himself a
No.
fucking hot Latino from South America.
yeah, and the dude.
Yeah,
was
but you know
sick.
what? You can buy those cheap.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Sticky
I
Martin.
kind of felt bad, but
That's what I call him. Come here, Sticky Martin.
ooh, living la vida loca. That's the la
Open your
vida
mouth. I'm
loca.
about to be living La Vida Throta. Come over here.
Ooh.
I don't care about the ma part. Just get nudo.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Nice.
I got
Just
a
get
moment.
nudo. Adios mio.
I mean, it's so crazy because, like, as a priest, you're supposed to be the person who is able to control your temptations the most, but then you're like fucking kids. It's like the worst,
It's
It's the worst
anything in
temptation.
life, whenever you're politicians, you're supposed to be this and you're not.
Yeah.
Every time you're supposed to put on a front, you're taking that job because you feel like you can't do it. You feel like you're putting on limitations on yourself to stop you. If you become a priest, yeah, there's two things wrong with you. One, you think you're a failure in life, and you think that this is the only way to be secure in your job. You are. It's kind of the same way, and I'm not trying to shit on people. Brandon, you're different, but at the same time, I joined the military and then right away knew I didn't want it. You joined every for different reasons, but a lot, you know this for a fact. A big percentage of people that join the military join because they already feel at 18 that they're not going to be able to do anything else in life. They feel like because they're such a failure, they need someone else to kick their ass and do that. And I know people that went into the brotherhood and did those things and went to Lafayette schools and so on to go into the priesthood because they felt like they had nothing else and it was safe and it was secure and they would be just devote themselves to something else because they, at the back of their minds, they knew that if they went on life on their own, they'd probably have a troubled life. Like I'm going to fall into drugs or I'm going to fall into poverty. So I'm going to do this. So they try to go to God, but most people that have to go to God for that kind of guidance to change their life are capable of doing some fucked up shit, like fucking a boy. So that's why that they're there to kind of like stop themselves. But then everyone's like, all of a sudden you're this shithead, you're this loser, and then all of a sudden, even if you don't know that, but in your own mind you are. And now communities of people respect you for no fucking reason, for a simple fact you have a collar on and they're taught to. All of a sudden it's like, well, Father, I need to tell you all my problems. Or Father, you're everything to me. Or Father, you're my link to God. And you get this power trip where like, I can't do anything wrong. And then you're like, I might as well just fuck their kids.
Yeah.
That last part I don't get, but the other
part. Does that apply to any other vocation? Well, I might as well just fuck their kids.
See, I would just, gym teacher.
I don't know, Dave, does it?
Gym teacher was that, like, especially a lesbo gym teacher. Like, she was definitely scissoring the fuck out of those girls.
Yeah, exactly. That's a weird one, right? Gym health teacher. Why is it always a lesbian? Because
gymnastics coach.
Can we debunk
they
that?
Like fucking kids. What, that lesbians are gym teachers?
No, why is it always? Yeah, because like I thought it was just me in my school, and then like every hacky, like movie, and yeah, it's like
the female gym coach in my school.
You're a butch woman.
Yep.
And you like sports, but it wasn't accepted to do anything else. But being a teacher is fine. And so therefore you like let them do that. And then the convincing part is the girls will be safe because we don't want a guy there. We don't want some guy to be in trouble, but whatever. I don't think usually with gym teachers, it's the creep part. It's the embarrassment part. We don't want the girls being embarrassed. So we get this butch lady and let her go in there, because like it's a weird, if you really think about it, it's very strange how we never think of women as pedophiles. That's not a thought process. When you think pedophile, we always see a guy, you say that. But there are definitely women who do that as well, and they get away with it. And a lot of them go into vocations where they can do that kind of thing. Like softball.
I legitimately think that
think about who's more vulnerable than a young girl, especially years ago, not so much now when it's accepted. A young girl who didn't realize that she, or might have had thoughts maybe she was gay, but thought that was wrong. And then who would she turn to besides her parents are going to like shun her? There's a gym teacher who's saying that's okay, express yourself, because she's just recruiting for a new puss. And she's right there. The next thing you know, she's on her softball team and they drink at a bar together.
I always thought that like the predatory thing, the reason you don't think of like women as predators is because they don't, like, since you don't have a dick, it's like they can't really do anything. The worst they're going to do is just get your thigh wet, like slimy. Like,
Are they without hands?
Well, you don't think of it like that.
That's the dumbest thing ever. They can do a lot of shit.
I know they can. I think that's what.
Like so, in there. It's fucking Spread Eagle Magoo and wearing you like a mask. No, Brandon, you hate masks. You like that mask. Pussy mask is a good one.
I didn't say I was against all masks.
Dave, they can mind fuck you. Hi, I'm Pat Oates, and from experience, women can mind fuck you. Anyway,
I'm not saying that women are predators. I'm saying that's the biggest thing about sexual predators is there's something about the penis.
No, you're just talking about insertion. A predator means someone who's chasing after, going. If you're a predator and an animal, you're trying to eat and kill, not fuck it. Yeah. A woman can kill you. Anyway, if somebody who has the ability to go after and catch prey, a woman can do it just as well as a man.
I agree.
Hey, how dare you in 2020, 2021,
I agree.
Here it is. Brandon for 2023, he's from the future. But for us, 2021, how do you consider and say a woman can't be a predator just as good as a man? How dare you?
I think that it can be just as dangerous, especially if it's an older woman and a younger female, because if especially
Talk slower.
a lot.
talk into the microphone as she undresses the young lady. So
Hello, chap.
because say if a girl had experienced trauma when she was younger, and then maybe she was afraid of men and she wasn't sure about her sexuality, but then she had this woman that was just like, no, you're a lesbian, trust me, I know these things. So she's like, okay, I believe
First
you.
of all, that's the
Yeah.
most unsmooth lesbo of all time.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
She has to be like, no, it's okay.
Unsmooth McGee.
I mean, I get it. You know, I've had trouble with men too. That's what the lesbo says. You know, she's never been near a man, but she's like, I had trouble with men too. And sometimes men just can't understand what women want. I mean, a guy can think he can. I mean, yeah, but how would a guy know what a woman's body feels like? And she's like, you know, I guess it kind of makes
By
sense.
touching it.
You know, like you have to understand like how that feel. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just a teacher here and helping you. But like, would it help if how about this?
How about tuning in?
Like, why are you
But-
squeezing my
like
face?
that.
She's like, I'm blind and I'm bad at grabbing tits.
Helen Keller.
Ah!
Helen Keller's my gym teacher.
Helen Keller.
Susan B. Anthony.
I had a classic
Yeah, you
Oates
did.
bit about that.
Classic
too.
Oates.
Classic
Yeah.
Oates.
Oh man,
Susan
I
B.
hear it though.
Anthony. That was my tranny joke.
We could swing this easily into our subject, which is about marriage, because
We were
could
gonna get there, but all right.
Well, I was
Way
going
to
to say.
be the lesbian gym coach who just shoves it in there.
All right, everybody, hustle up, hustle up. All right, here we go.
Round
Hustle
third,
up.
stupid.
You're definitely a lesbian. Look at me. I know I could tell.
Hey, get the parachute out. I'm drunk.
Get the parachute.
We only did that once. Do you
Yeah,
ever
I
like the
bet.
big everybody get under this giant blanket and then don't tell?
Did you guys
Yeah.
fucking country dance or like hoedown?
No.
We did that in Cheshire for like 2 different years.
We had to do singing. We had to it wasn't part of gym, I don't think, but we had to
Like
sing all
gym?
these like Jimmy Crack on. I
I'm a
don't care.
lumberjack and I'm okay.
Yeah. We had
That
to sing
sounds-
that. We had to sing
you
I
embarrassed?
came from Harlem. I came from Dover. Like those songs. You know.
Harlem?
I've never even heard that
Yeah,
song.
I didn't. And then later I'm like, whoa, that guy's.
What the fuck are you
Do your
talking
ears
about?
hang low? Do they wobble to
Wobble
and
to
fro?
and
Do
fro.
you
Can you
tie 'em in a knot? Do you tie 'em in a bow? Do you throw 'em over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low?
I know that one.
And then the
no, they
classic, do your balls hang low?
Low,
Do
they wobble to
and
and
fro? Do you
fro.
tie 'em in a knot? Do you tie 'em in a bow? Do you throw 'em over your shoulder like once again, a continental soldier? Specific shoulder.
What is a continental soldier? Like, is that different than a
doesn't
merchant
even
marine?
flow.
Is it?
It makes
All right,
the
I'm gonna look it
sentence
up.
so hard.
Continent? No, it's there for the rhymes.
I think a
Yeah,
continental
yeah.
soldier is just a soldier that goes off to fight a foreign war. That's what they mean.
Well, we're looking that up because that seems
What army you in?
you throw them over your shoulder like
Army.
a soldier that's going to another country to fight for their freedom.
Which,
That doesn't work.
which continent are you defending?
That's my
All
favorite.
of them.
He went
What
to
army are you in?
Afghanistan.
You know the game Risk? I'm the 5-piece. That's what I am in Risk.
I'm the R in Risk.
I'm the
Without
R
me?
in the N word.
Without me, it's just ISK. Without me, it's just
Without me, it's cool.
it's okay for a white person to say.
I change the whole mood. Without me, it's just fun rap. With me, it's whoa, get off my lawn.
I know what a continental soldier is.
Tell us.
It's referring specifically to the Continental Army. You know, the 13 colonies. And, basically, they were like the
I
shit
thought they were
ones.
called the colonial army.
Well,
What a
apparently,
continent.
the soldiers who served in the Continental Army fought on behalf of 13 colonies in the Revolutionary War. These soldiers
Brandon,
were
were they not
young
called the
and
colonial army
inexperienced.
and they were colonialists? I don't remember them being called the Continental Army.
No, that does sound familiar, actually, now that he says that.
Hey,
I
listen,
remember from the song. I think the guy who wrote the song and tried to sing it.
was trying to
He's
sell
saying,
this
"Oh,
idea.
Do you wobble to and fro? Do you tie him in a knot? Do you tie him in a bow? Do you throw him over a soldier like a colonial soldier?" That doesn't fucking work. So yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just- that
Continental's
was just
better.
him doing fucking some fun poetic justice.
Continental. Look up the flag they use. That's even freakier.
They all
I'm in the
drove Lincoln.
Continental Army. What is
my
that?
Con-
Lesbos just running around. Ah!
Gym teachers everywhere. Hi, I'm Lieutenant Gym Teacher.
Hi, I'll be your gym teacher, Carl the lady, and I'm here today to teach you about climbing rope. We're gonna use my tampon string.
Ugh.
I'm in the Continental Army. I
identify
served
as
2
a
years
lady.
in Northampton. Isn't that where they all are? Northampton, Massachusetts.
Yeah, they are.
Yep. Let's go make candles at a festival. And we'll pretend like we're sisters because we have the same haircut.
And we'll drive Subarus around in circles. What?
That was super rude of you to say that.
We'll scissor inside a Subaru.
I don't think it's that fat. It's not a scissor. It's like a large barbecue tong.
Oh,
Like those salad ones. You know those ones that, like they're wooden and they're like the fucking holders.
Yes, I
fat
do
lesbians
know those.
don't scissor; they paper cut.
Yeah, they hedge clip.
They salad tong?
That should be the new one. You're a fat lesbo. It's the hedge clip.
Ugh.
Giving you the old edge clip. You know, my pussy looks just like Ernest Borgnine. Like that's good. That's a good look for a pussy.
Ugh.
You know how we used to scissor?
Ah!
They have at the big lesbo meeting. You know how we used to call it scissoring everybody?
I was just hoping one of my sisters would be a lesbian so I can call them lesboats.
I mean, you still can. It's a great thing about
they're not fans.
of lesbos.
All right.
Or
we did it.
Did you
This
think
was
they were gonna be?
This was the banter segment.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. So
banter
Dave,
officially
this is
done.
your idea, so you fucking do it.
So the question we could debunk is, marriage. At this point, what's in it for anyone? Is there anything even in it for women? Is there anything in it for men? I think, does it work? I don't hate it. I believe in true love, but marriage seems like it's run its course.
I
What's the
think that I think it just depends on people's viewpoint on life. If they think they're just here to have fun and a good time and enjoy it while it lasts, or if they want to build something and grow and start a family. So it just depends on like your personal experiences. But I get both angles of that because I used to hold one viewpoint, now I hold another. So if that helps.
Can we just start with saying Dave is stupid? Is that okay?
I mean,
Why?
I thought that was understood.
Okay.
Why? Wait,
kidding,
wait,
Dave. I
what's so
love you.
stupid?
Because
What's
the way
so
you presented
stupid?
that question is fucking stupid.
What do you
I know
mean?
what you meant to say, but you're asking what's in it for people?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
What? Why? What's in
Okay.
it?
Okay, are you talking about what marriage is? Are you talking about just love forever with someone? That's one thing. No.
No,
marriage-
I'm talking about because marriage and love
Can
are two
I
separate
finish?
topics. No.
Ah! Give you a little thing. And now I gotta do the lesbo tongue at you.
With lesbo tongue. Ah.
Ah! The marriage itself, the real thing, is the legal documentation of joining two people together. So
Yeah.
what's in it for you? Tax
Tax
brackets.
break. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, that's exactly what's in it for you. And other
Okay,
things.
so-
and dependability on someone else. Like, case in point. my
That's
dad-
not given in a marriage.
Am I going to be allowed to fucking answer?
No.
It is given in a marriage.
Like a marriage, I'm gonna
Unless
interrupt.
it's given in a marriage, two people may change. You can go into a job and think you're going to be there forever, and then you decide differently, like you want to go stick your tongue in
No.
another job. But that's it. I'm talking about what am I getting out of it? You're getting a lot of things. Tax brackets. You're getting more stability, double income most times. Nowadays, most times out of that. My dad, for example, has been married and divorced twice, married 3 times. The last time, before he got married, he was living in this apartment I live in right now. Where does he live now? In that lady's house. Ladies and gentlemen, all you have to keep doing, I'm thinking about doing it. I'm going to start dating people with houses. Why not? I can move up, move in. I'm charming. I make you
Well,
laugh. I do this.
You know how to.
Women love that. So it's like, you can do it all.
Women love that.
There's a
Okay.
lot in marriage.
No, okay. Here's why I disagree. Because in marriage, the idea, everything you just said can be explained away could be given to a single person. The tax breaks, get a good accountant, and you can figure out how to get a good
Not
tax.
the same tax breaks.
The dependability is not given in a marriage. It's what's supposed to happen in marriage, but it's not.
If you're going to
it's-
go into a debunk, you got to go in both sides. You're already going nah, nah, nah. There's a lot of good
Yeah.
marriages out there. There's people that last a long time.
There
The
are. I've
greatest thing
seen
about
like
the love
one.
part, there are people in the world that find one person and go,
Yeah,
this is the person I want to spend the rest of my
that's
life with.
fantastic.
That happens a lot, and they marry them. It's
Yeah.
also the only way we know in the world right now, seriously, especially in America, to say to someone, you have my heart. I'm giving you my heart and my everything. Unfortunately, that was pushed into us because it is a business thing. It is a way of making money. And it is really just a thing that the church make money off of, and how the country can make money off you and tax you. I understand that. It's been put in that way. It should just be a religious ceremony with nothing else. It shouldn't even be religious. It should literally just be a union of two people without any documentation, but just saying we are together. So, hey, people on DM, stop creeping out my wife. That's what it should all be
Yeah,
about.
I agree with that
And
100%.
you should be able to do that. You should be able to join. And it shouldn't have to be forever and ever. That point was the part they were saying that the religions were getting involved in because they wanted you to breed and make more things for their church and their religion. It should be, I love you. I want to be with you for as long as I can think of. But if that love goes away, you should be able to simply get out of it. Marriage has become too tough because we become too stressed as people. And now we feel like we have to do everything perfectly right. If not, we have to get out of them and start over because we're living longer and we're realizing there's more options. We put too much pressure on the fucking thing. It's supposed to just be this beautiful thing where two people are like, hey, I dig your company. I'd like to wake up every day seeing you and fall every night, sleep every night being around you. That's the problem. Marriage could be an amazing thing. We've ruined it with Valentine's Day and everything else with money fucking grabs. And that's what we've ruined with marriage. But the thought of it is incredible.
Well, Pat, what truly disturbs me is if you think that marriage is the only way to say to someone, I give you my heart, then you have never been in the Walgreens in the first week of February.
No, because I was too busy being married.
How'd that work out for you?
Really well. I have two of the greatest things in my life.
See?
I've never met anything better. To be honest with you, I would never change a goddamn thing. I've grown and I changed, and so did she. She's married again now, and she's very happy. I'm happy we had the experiences. I wouldn't be the person I was if I didn't go through that. And I wouldn't have Ashley and Shane as the two most amazing humans I ever met in my life. So I would never change anything. It worked amazingly for me. And it taught me what to look for in other things now and have that experience. I'm happier I did that than never did.
But my point is, and again, I think I absolutely, as much as I shit on relationships, I absolutely believe in the idea of love, and I believe in a soulmate. But everything
now that's gay.
Right, totally. But everything you do
just meet someone and they're cool for you, and the thing you're in the mode you're in. There's no soul because there's no souls.
Everything that you traditionally do in marriage, you can do outside the bound of marriage. Cohabitation, parenting. You can
exactly what I just said.
Expression of love. Yeah, you can do that all outside of marriage.
Exactly what I just said. I said I don't like the part where it's become a business thing, but the idea of marriage, I would never debunk it because it's an amazing way of committing to someone, saying I want to do everything with you.
How you
it's been instilled in our minds. If you don't say that, no matter what, I've been in the relationships where people are like, they feel that one way, but then when the pressures of the world get on people and go, well, he doesn't really like you, or that doesn't mean this, he doesn't really want to be around you. And that thing happened because of the pressure of it. But the idea of it that I would want to say to someone,
exactly,
hey, I want to do this to tell the world that you're mine and I'm yours. I love that idea.
Well, I agree with most of what you're saying. 100%.
Man running away behind you. You don't.
Yeah, he's got a shotgun. She's got a shotgun. It's a shotgun wedding.
I thought it was just a black cock.
Oh, well.
You'd probably be running toward
the dress is hiding a lot.
Well, that reminds me, even though this has already come out before.
It's a Vera Wang
I'll
dress.
be at the Black Hog on Thursday. It's the real name of the venue.
That's awesome. I'll be at
comedian Reverend Bob Levy put on Twitter and said, bet you there'll be a lot of fat white women there. I hear they love that. It's like, even if only 4 show up, it'll be sold out.
That's awesome.
Yes, they're fat.
I just think, again, the idea of expressing love, I think what happened was it traditionally used to be that the way to have all those things was through marriage. And then it became the expectation of when you're married to someone, they're supposed to do blah, 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 rather than people being like, oh, this is the person I choose to do this with. And you stick with someone because you're married, but rather than you act that way because they're your partner.
Marriage wasn't that way. If anything, before it was not just about being with someone. Marriage literally was never. The olden times, holy shit, it was just like 1920s. You just went up to a woman you didn't know and said, you're going to live with me now. And then she just said, okay, I guess. Like, how many old people do you hear about their story is that the guy just wouldn't stop asking me out, then eventually he wore me down, and now my great-grandparents were that way. He just wore me the fuck down, and he married me. Now I have to cook this asshole dinner every day and sit here. Now I got to breed for him, and now I gotta just sit here and watch these dumb kids as he goes out. He didn't even show up to any of their births. He sat across the street in a bar and handed out It's a Boy cigars when it was a girl because he doesn't even fucking know the difference. It's that no. What happened is that people started saying yes, we should do all the marriage thing. Really was this. We do this thing to make, because before that it was we're making workers. You and I are stuck here on this land. We need more things to fucking plow the land. So we're gonna fucking make a bunch, and they're gonna work there, and they're gonna continue it. And that's how the Amish way was the way we kind of they would do it. Now was the way we were doing it. But then when people started becoming more humanized and becoming more individualistic, that's what ruined marriages, because they tried to stay in one mindset instead of going to the new one that you could do things. There are many people out there who have split that way. Like great example is comedian Mike Fanoia, who started doing comedy first, met someone who had another great career. I think they're or an ER nurse or something like that. And their hours were so crazy and different. They're like, well, I'll be traveling doing this, but the time we do have together, we'll make sure is precious and together, but we're still going to be ourselves. And then when they spend time together, even though they're married, it's not that old school way of we got to spend every night together and every day. You adapt to it. The problem is too many people aren't adapting to it. They're going into it thinking they need the old school fucking parameters,
exactly,
the mindset of the new ones. But if they change the way they thought, it'd be great. But the old way, that was just rape.
I don't understand how
I was 35 and the girl was 14. He's like, you're marrying me. She's like, all right, I'm just a child sometimes. My pussy just bled for the first time. Oh, me, oh, my.
That is you're absolutely right. That's my favorite thing about old-timey old couples about, how did you meet? Well, he just kept hanging around, and every time I turned around, he was there, and I guess we're dating now.
He was my neighbor, and he just kept telling me how he just wouldn't stop being my neighbor, and he just kept every day he'd come over and go, you've grown. I've known you since you were 2, and you're 16 now, and I've watched every moment of your goddamn growth like a super fucking creep, like a Nickelodeon junior scout, just like a Dan Schneider, just hoping you'll become my fucking Selena Gomez, and I'm just staring the fuck out of you. Can't wait till you're prime for fucking. And that's what I do. And then I'm going to go to your dad, the guy I drink with anyway, and go, can I marry her? He's like, fine, get her out of the house. I can't afford this one. And I'll just send her next door. And then we'll see her sometimes. And then you'll just make her make pot roast, the same one her mom makes. And then two, mom and daughter will cry because they've never had a life.
Nana, how did you and Pop meet? Well, he used to hang out with my father.
Yeah.
They grew up together.
They worked together at the steel yard. They would work there, and one time they were bonding over beating a black man for no apparent reason. They were just sitting there punching old Jim. That wasn't his name, but that's what we called black people then, Jim. And they were just punching him for no reason. And it put my now husband's hand cracked into his skull. My dad turned and said, oh, my daughter's good at fixing cracks on his hands, because whenever I punched Mexican Jimmy, that's what we call all the Mexicans, we put Jimmys on those, or Himmy, because they can't pronounce J's because they're dumb, and we punched them and they can't say J's anymore. We're punching them like this, and now he's like, oh yeah, but you should come meet my daughter. I nursed his hand to health. I said, maybe don't call me the N-word in bed, just call the people down the street that, and now we're married. Oh, and we're both Polish.
Polish Irish kind of, but
yes. we're both the same thing.
Just want to say, in terms of the Polish accent, Pat nailed it. Just spot on, buddy. Oh, and we are both Polish, yes.
Yeah. That's always the story, though. It's like I got beaten in submission. It was some dumb thing. And by the way, we're both from the same land. That's all it was.
Well, unless you get one of the mail order brides. Then you're not from the same land.
20s, you weren't ordering shit. You were the mail order bride. You just got here. You came over in a dumb boat. It wasn't romantic like the Titanic. But like when you see those pictures of coming into the harbor, they were being snuck in the fucking tiny boats with like rats and chickens and just thrown into the streets of New York and put right to work. I mean, Epstein had nothing on the fucking Statue of Liberty. That thing was bringing in all the trafficked whores. Brandon, you haven't said much.
Epstein Island. I was gonna say that one of the favorable ways that
the rape.
Yeah. Well, how did you meet? Well, your grandfather had this van, and he always had candy. And one day, he just had the right candy bar. What can I say?
Every day, he would bring over mounds, and I'm like, no one likes mounds, you creep. And then he's like, I'll make like, here's my puss.
And then it was, and then your father was born.
About a week later. How'd you guys meet? Oh, I needed a ride home from my. It was raining, and I was walking home from my waitress job, and people would make fun of me because white women shouldn't have worked back then, but we had to because everyone died of polio. So I was walking home, and I was wet, and this man walked over and goes, "You're getting wet out there. Why don't you get inside this car and get wet in here?" I'm like, what? I don't know what that means yet. Then he fucked me in the back of a fucking old T44T, and it came inside me, and we had to get married, or I'd be thought of as a whore and a skank. So I had to go. We had to marry him, and I've hated this man ever since. Our whole marriage was based on rape and a weird car ride. And I was almost home. I was 2 feet away, but he drove me home. He raped me, and now here you are.
Man, I didn't know we were Polish.
And we're Polish.
He gave me the pole.
It wasn't that
Ish.
big. He said, you want the pole? And I keep saying ish. It's kind of a pole, but not really. If I was taking a pole and how big it was, I would choose 3 inches. That's the pole. That's the answer on the pole that I would give. Yeah, all that old-timey marriage thing, it's the worst story. And now it's going to be worse later. How'd you guys meet? How do you meet now? Oh, it was an auction. Like what? Well, not really, but like I put a cool picture of myself hiking on a fucking app, and people swiped it. And after like 5 or 6 bitches said no, one of them said, "Yep, I'm lonely, so now I fuck this thing."
Or it's gonna be like revert back to the old time where they don't see each other's faces till the day they get married because they're wearing masks the whole time.
What? I like it because that means personality has to shine.
Yeah.
Nah.
Anybody I'm talking to now or dating now, I will not meet for at least a month. I want to chat with them. I want to really know I like them before I even fucking meet them.
Yeah,
See,
that makes
I get
sense.
that. I'm at that same point where I just like I want to start with someone I'm interested in.
Well, I'm right here, Dave.
Oh,
You salad tonguing motherfuckers.
You stupid hedge clipper son of a bitch.
hedge clipping motherfucker.
Hedge clipping son of a bitch.
By the way, that's my new favorite English punk band, hedge
Hedge
clipping motherfucker. They're fucking tremendous. But Brandon, you haven't said much.
That's true.
Oh, I think that it really has a lot to do with society itself. I think it's just a symptom of the issues, which is people mostly just want to engage in escapism and they don't want to grow up. They'd rather just remain children.
Gauge.
Yeah, instead of like face the real problems. So I think that's kind of what's going on. Then when you get in a marriage with somebody, sometimes one person will have an awakening where they want to change their life and the other one doesn't. They just want to go about and do things the way they always did them. But the other person's like, no, there's a better way. Look at this. I want to do this. Like, for example, like Pat wanted to be a comedian. You know what I mean? He wanted to chase his dreams. And, people aren't always down with that because it doesn't seem always so secure. They'll go for safety over security, but then at the end of the day,
I heard you. You wanted to be Fred Astaire, you fag.
dance like a Fred Astaire.
Ginger Rogers, dance on it.
Gene
so
Kelly,
funny how
Fred
he keeps
Astaire.
cones. That's all I heard. That's the cone
Yo,
tits.
what the hell was that cone tits thing about?
Cone tits was crazy.
Cone tits was just
What
epic.
was that? Can we debunk cone tit Madonna? Like, honestly.
Can we debunk Madonna? I would debunk Madonna. Madonna is not attractive. Madonna and Lady Gaga are not attractive women in any way, shape, or form. Now, Lady Gaga is way more talented than Madonna. Madonna is not talented in any way. Madonna was just a thing. Madonna was just like, we're gonna make this thing, and it morphed every time. And at one point, it became British, and I have no idea why.
Yeah.
But whenever I look at her, I always think it's gotta stink. She stinks.
Madonna,
I smell.
Madonna's like Martha Stewart's daughter that she doesn't talk about. She's like, that's the one we don't talk about.
I didn't even know Martha Stewart had a daughter.
I know, I'm just saying.
Martha Stewart would talk about her daughter as one of the most famous people of all time.
No, but I mean, if you had a daughter that ended up like Madonna but not famous, you'd just be like, we don't talk about her.
Well, Martha Stewart should shut up because she went to jail. And then she also, her best friend is Snoop Dogg. I think you chose the wrong example, but maybe Rachel Ray wouldn't talk about it.
I'm not saying I like Martha Stewart. I'm just saying.
Well, fuck off then.
I think Madonna had
Snoop Dogg
the
on
blonde
420
ambition when she was doing the whole Marilyn Monroe thing. She was very fuckable then.
I mean, everyone's fuckable if you try.
Yeah, when she was younger, she was cuter, but then she got older, it was just,
I don't think she was cute. Suddenly Susan
doing?
or whatever that was. Desperately Seeking
Madonna?
Susan. That's what it was called. Her first, the movie she made.
I mean, in my defense, I was like,
Desperately Seeking Susan.
Dick Tracy?
Yeah.
Way before that.
Yeah, way before that.
Hey,
Desperately
have you
Seeking
not
Susan.
learned to fucking
Sean Penn,
trust
right?
me on this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Right.
look it up.
Wasn't that some like Shanghai Surprise?
Nope, that's what
Wasn't
that's what I had when I put my thumb in an Asian's butt. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
You
No,
thought it was
Madonna
just a prostate exam.
yeah,
Madonna
that's when you order a
At
hooker
work,
already
they
thick
play the
is what
same
I'm.
like 20 songs all the times. And there was a song Madonna did when she was getting a little bit older, but still not old now. She did one when one of the James Bond movies came out, and it was called like
My pussy ain't that gross
like
still.
4 Minutes to Live or something like that,
Oh yeah.
or something like that. And it was a song that was the dumbest collaboration: Justin Timberlake, Timberland, and Madonna.
Oh
The
yeah.
whole song, Timberlake and Timberland have to both just go Madonna, and then they sing the song like they just keep saying her name like she's so old she can't remember, like Madonna. And they're like, "Fuck, I hate this."
I was listening to a song.
By the way, Dave, by your face, did you look it up?
I'm looking up right now. It looked like it was Desperately Seeking Susan, Madonna's first film.
Hi, go fuck
Look at this
yourself.
guy. Pardon me for being wanting to learn, Pat.
You want to learn, you want to doubt.
That's how you
Doubt.
learn. That's how you
By the
learn.
way,
You doubt
no
common
doubt, Gwen
conventional
Stefani
knowledge.
way better than both of them.
Agreed.
I don't like her now with the Blake Shelton shit, but I like her at her time.
In the fake face, it's got to go.
Yeah. Yeah, get rid of all
It's
the
like
fake
Gwen.
faces.
It's okay. We all age. It's fine, Gwen. You know?
It's not okay for a lot of them women. It's hard. Listen, when you were like
Well, really
this
for any
thing
of
that
them.
looked like the same thing forever, some of them are afraid to age.
Yeah, but I'm
They
just
should
letting
be.
them know that it's terrible, and they should be afraid to go out in public like that over being afraid of
When
aging.
they're being handed $8 billion, they ain't afraid of shit. And they've got people around them telling them it looks good. That's the problem. The fucking
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not saying, listen,
well,
I
they don't know they
empathize,
look like
but-
shit. They literally don't know.
Your skin's so tight, your face always looks shiny. Yeah, it's
Hey,
great.
your skin's so tight.
You're glowing.
Oh, skin so tight. Skin so tight.
Oh, no, if fucking the guy from Silence of the Rams was going to make a suit,
Silence of the Rams.
he couldn't make one of you because your skin's so tight.
Make
That's a
you into
movie.
skinny jeans.
That's a movie about a Catholic priest. Silence of the Rams.
Silence of the Rams. Oh. Hello, Carice. I think I broke my wrist.
Oh. Hannibal Rector.
I stuck him with my fist.
Oh, Caranta beans and Griver. Oh. Oh, Rhodey Foster. Oh, look at you, Rhodey Foster. I'm going up. Rhodey Foster coming to police. Coming to talk to me, Rhodey Foster. I will be over here wearing this hockey mask. Oh, Rhodey Foster. Sirens of the Rams.
What's that?
That was my Chinese bootleg of Silence of the Lambs. And in it, it's so meta that at one point he realizes Jodie Foster is playing Clarice and loses his mind. It's me, Ranfrony Rockins, and I am Rannibal Rector. Sirens of the Rams. Oh. Oh, you're the FBI? Oh. Don't you think I'm a
Rhodey
kid?
Foster. Special agent indeed.
You're gonna have to go to Buffalo. You'll find a bad guy in Buffalo.
Oh, Hannibal Rector.
Oh. Get in the well, princess. It puts the lotion on the skin. Oh, I guess the rose again.
Oh, Hannibal Rector. Push
But I
Roshan
want
on
Roshan. Roshan. Oh,
She was
Roshan.
Rayoshan. She had to put Roshan on skin. She was Rayoshan.
Ray Ocean. That's my new name. I am Ray Ocean. No one find me. I bury Roshan's mother. Baby.
And all the Vietnamese hate him because he's Rayoshan.
Oh, Vietnamese. They all hate me. They also hate me for my business idea. I made a snack for them called Ho Chi Minh Trail Mix. They hate it. They think it's horrible. And I always go, it's tasty. It's Vietnam, nom, 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 nom. I've tried to do that bit on stage. And that's the only time I can make it work is when I'm doing Ray Ocean playing Ranfenol Rector. When I said, Silence of the Rams. By the way, we haven't made any merch yet. Can we do Silence of the Rams?
I like that, but I just wanted to say about that trail mix. The best thing about it is it's the Ho Chi minimum calories.
Oh, gee, minimum.
Oh, it's got the Ho Chi minimum calories.
Minimum. Made with real dead Korean baby. Pat, Koreans weren't there. How do you know? Were you there? I was there. I felt the shit. I had Charlie's in my boots.
Ah,
I don't care if people came back from war. Is that okay?
what's that?
I never care when people are like, I was in the war. I'm like, all right. I was at the movie.
Yeah. Kill any farmers while you're over there? Ugh.
Dun 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 dun. We kill farmers. Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun. Hey, listen, VFW. I know you need more numbers. I got a slogan for you. Veterans of Foreign Wars. Listen to me.
Hey, listen, BBW.
We killed farmers. VFW. I know your membership's low.
I'm performing here at the BBW. It's like, no, dude, you got the wrong name.
The BBWs.
They're both full of shit.
That's the wrong club.
BBWs and BBWs. You're not a veteran of foreign war. You're just an old guy. You're not a big, beautiful woman. You're just fat. Shut up.
We killed farmers. Oh, I'm going to have to go join the VFW now and pitch that idea to them.
I mean, obviously, I have to join the VFW. 35 years ago, I killed people who did nothing wrong, so I deserve a Bud Light for $1.50. That's my pay.
It's a pretty good deal, though.
Is it?
I mean,
Drinking alone, pretending some guy you met for 3 weeks from Alabama was your friend just so you can get sympathy strange. Oh, man.
did it work?
Best guy I ever met. I was from New York City. He was from Alabama. I even took on his accent. That's how quick.
That's how close we were. I'm gonna talk like you.
Forrest Gump was retarded. He wasn't friend with another black retarded. They wouldn't put them together in the same platoon. You split the tards. Why would you put two in the same group? You don't put the tards together. Hi, I'm Ray, and I'm tarded. Together we go. Hey, tarded.
Cards of a feather.
Stick together.
No, well, they keep two together because one of them's a tard, and then they have the re.
Personality. I would make them dance. That would be the thing.
That retard sure had some good ideas, though.
Who? Ricardo Montalban?
Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was everywhere. He knew Chinks. He knew the president. He knew Sally Field. He did it all. He had AIDS.
His mom banged the principal?
No, he just gave people AIDS. He never got it himself.
He was like
he was patient zero.
Everybody forgets that part of Forrest Gump when the principal bangs his mom and then he goes,
I don't forget
don't
that.
forget.
That's the only time I can jerk off with any peace.
It's best.
How do you forget?
Listen.
The kid does it back at them. He does the
Wasn't that principal? Wasn't he like
Shooter
the
McGavin,
smarmy teacher? No, he wasn't Shooter McGavin. He's like the smarmy teacher on Growing Pains.
Oh yeah, that's who it was. I can remember Shooter McGavin. It was the principal.
Yeah, Shooter McGavin is a different guy. Oh, what the fuck was that guy's name? Shooter McGavin. Show me a smile again. It's gonna bug me now. I gotta look up that guy.
Pieces of shit for breakfast. No.
Guy spends what time in the sins? David Hasselhoff.
That guy. In golf movies, the two greatest roles ever are fucking Ted Knight in Caddyshack or Shooter McGavin in fucking Abby Gilmore. They just fit the asshole so good.
So much.
So
that must have
good.
been so much fun to play.
Golf movies are stupid, but those two make it great. Like nobody would watch.
Have you not seen Tin
Cup?
Cup?
Like remember when Will Smith was "I'm black and I golf"? What was that called?
Yeah, the legend
or something?
of Bagger. They call them Bagger Vance. You know that's not what they called them. You know it wasn't Bagger.
We're gonna need you.
You know it was
Will
a word
Smith
that
is
started
like,
with N.
Yeah, if Will Smith is like, if I'm going to take this role, you're going to have to change 2 letters in the title.
Which two?
Oh man.
The legend of Neller Vance.
I am Bagger.
Neller Vance.
I've never seen Bagger Vance. Was
Me
he a
neither.
golfer or was he just a black caddy? Oh,
a-
black
he's
caddy.
a shiny black caddy.
Black caddy.
I think Matt Damon was the golfer and Will
Matt
Smith was the caddy that
Matt Damon.
handled his
Matt Damon.
balls.
I always do that too.
I
Matt
can't not.
Damon.
I can't hear his name and not do it.
The guy's
Matt
done so much.
Damon.
He's such an accomplished actor. He's also
But is
a
he?
writer, director, all that. But I'll always remember him from Team America World Police being retarded.
Did you hear the story behind why they did that?
No.
All right. So they ordered all the puppets, and the Matt Damon one that you see in the video just came like that's how it showed up. They're like, he looks retarded, so they're just like, all right.
Yeah,
And the whole bit was just because they fucked up the puppet.
See,
Matt
here's the thing. We've just
Damon.
had nothing but fun conversation, enjoy each other's company. If
Well-
that's what people did in a marriage, then they'd be fine. They just
That's
enjoy.
true.
But then one has to tell the other one, you can't make this joke, can't do that. The problem is when you live with someone that long and you don't allow yourself and the other person to adapt and change, and you look at them as the same way, it becomes like when you're a kid and you look at your parents like they're one thing, and you get older and you're like, it's the same thing every fucking day. Now they're telling me what to do. They're not letting me become an adult. They're telling me to grow up and be an adult, but they're not letting me because they're telling me what to do all the time. And therefore, you want to get out of there and get away. If you just enjoy each other's company, you enjoy the fact that someone is growing and changing as a person, and you're growing as a change. Marriage should never define you. That's the problem. Relationships shouldn't define you. It shouldn't be, I am a wife or I am a husband. I'm a person, and I also choose to be with this person in the time I have to spend time on my own. I want to be with this person and care about them. If that was the mindset, it would be good. But the mindset now is, this person defines me. This person could embarrass me. This person could fucking make me look bad. So I got to be this. I got to be that. And that's how they get ruined now, because we're so worried about other people's thoughts now. That's the fucking problem. Back in the day, we made fun of the old people, but nobody cared. Like, the husband can go, like, be an asshole. And the wife's like, well, that's just Jack. That's what Jack does. And then she just loved the fuck out of Jack. And that was it. And they're Polish sometimes.
Most times.
Name was Sam Anderson.
Yeah, I think that people shouldn't worry about what other people think. Just do your thing, man. You know?
You are
And
social media. I got to make sure I get them likes, and them likes got to be from anger. I got. And think about the way the world's pushing things. Before COVID, now we just focus on hating other kinds of people and then being mad at cops and stuff. But before all that, what was the narrative about marriages? The guy's a dope. The wife tells him when he gets laid.
Yep.
He's never allowed to fucking do anything. And I understand it was the other way before, but we're doing this narrative where people take it on.
Except for the
just walks
Cosby
around
Show.
drinking wine, going, it's wine o'clock somewhere. And then the husband, just like some shithead who works, but shouldn't care if he works. He still should respect whatever the fuck she's doing. And that's not the way the world works. People do respect each other, but they see this mindset, so they feel like they have to put that out there. So what do? They go on Twitter and they write some shithead thing about their husband because they think people are going to like that. It makes it look good. And the husband sees that and goes, what the fuck is this? And then some younger girl, he goes to a restaurant and she's like, hey, you seem like a nice guy. He's like, oh, I'm not let this lady blow me, because at least she said something nice to me. I'm not going to ruin my whole marriage, my whole life. But all I need was someone to go, hi, I love you. Nice guy. I like your butt. That was it.
The only family drama that actually portrayed like a real an equal partnership between husband and wife was the Cosby Show.
I like what you said there, Pat, but I have one question for you. Where is this restaurant located?
Hey, the Cracker Barrel.
You're like a nice guy. Let me blow you. All right. Can I get
First
some?
of all, I didn't do it in that. Hello, what I say is that.
I went down to the Cracker Barrel.
Hello there. You would seem like a fine Mr. Lawyer Atticus Finch, and I would like to blow you today. Did you stop that N-word from being an N-word?
What, your neighbor?
No, I said N-word. Use the other one.
You gotta change 2 letters. Oh, that Niller over there.
You gotta change 2 letters, okay? Nah. Nah.
Bagger Vance.
He was the worst. He always nagged.
Mm.
He always advanced. I don't know. I don't care about marriage. If you're happy in marriage, be happy in marriage. Just don't cheat.
I think the one thing I could say to debunk is the stupid thing is that why do you have to get the state involved? And I understand what you're saying about taxes, but like what I'm saying is like, why do you have to get the state involved, make it official? And then if you want to break your union, you have to get lawyers involved and the state again and all this.
I
crazy
do agree
stuff.
with that.
That part is
It-
pathetic,
Well, that's
And the
because
fact that-
it's become a legal document, and it should have never
it's
been.
it's
yeah,
a
and it's
transaction.
become a business now. Think
It
about all the
is.
lawyers who just
They're
own,
joining
you know,
it together.
and
it's two businesses coming together.
And I'd like to talk
Hey,
about like stuff that in my own experience, because I've known a lot of people who've gotten divorced, and most people who have ever gone the lawyer route seem that say
everybody does.
they say that the lawyers will always rake them over the coals, like they always drag everything out because they know they're getting paid by the hour. So it's such a racket. It really is.
It
Well-
is, but to be honest, lawyers are going to do what you ask them to do.
Yeah.
They can suggest all they want. I didn't get raked.
You
over
have the choice.
coals.
No,
I
no.
didn't have any of
Sometimes,
that. No, I'm saying
yeah,
you have to be looking to do that, or you have to be like, what they do is they fire you up. This person's doing this to you, that because they want to get you. Any lawyers do that anyway all the time. Even if they want to just get someone to just continue to do because they want to make your money. The more they get you to work, like when someone's like, you don't only need one donut, you need 13 donuts.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I guess
exactly.
I do. A baker's dozen. That's the best dozen. So you would do that. But yeah, the lawyers are all pieces of shit anyway. They're in their business for doing so. But like the part with when you want to just if two people could actually literally say to each other, hey, this is not working anymore. Let's try to go separate ways, but let's just keep it good. They can really keep that mindset when they do that. But usually those bad divorces come because one person did fuck the other one over, and then therefore they gotta get their revenge. I get it.
I know someone who actually had like an amicable split, went through the like, okay, we're just gonna sit
That's
down
like
like
a
two
7-10
adults,
split.
and we're
You
gonna
gotta
do
hit the 8 and then over to 10. The amicable split.
they're divorced and they're still friends, and like they like I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that. Like
That's
if you
great.
call it quits, just get the fuck out.
Do they
You
have
should
kids?
be enemies. They do.
That's a big. Then
They
you
actually
can't really-
they co-parent
have to
really
do that
well.
then. They have to. Listen, my ex and I aren't best friends, but we can still talk, and she can vent to me, and I can vent to her about things because we share a responsibility, which is our two kids. We may not care about each other in that way anymore, but we both love our kids and want to parent them, make sure their lives are good, and make sure we're on the same page with things like that. Like the other day, she was able to just chat with me about something going on in her life because her dad's not feeling well, and I've known the man for a long time, and she knows she can just talk to me about it, and vice versa. We're probably better at chatting now than we were when we were married. So
I've
like
heard
that idea that you can do that.
So many divorced people say that like we're better friends now that we're divorced than we were when we were
Right,
married.
because the pressure's not on. But it wouldn't be. But I would never. The funny thing is, it's not that. Yes, it's been a while since I was married, like over 10 years. But really, the way my life has gone, I never even think about her as my ex-wife. Like, I when people say my ex, I think of other people. Like I've dated so many other people, and my life's been so much forward. It seems like a different time in my life. I am happy for the time it was, but I'm not even that human being anymore. And I never think of it. Literally, she's the mother of my children. I never think of her as my ex-wife, which is I guess a little odd, but it's just
Pat,
I never think of her that way.
You really have grown. You just acknowledge yourself as a human being.
I've been doing that lately.
That's therapy.
Nuts.
Hmm.
I also dated somebody. I went on a date with someone older than me.
What was his name?
It's gay.
Well, because you said
It's a
someone.
gay
Oh, by the way, I forgot to say the other part is I'm gay now.
Gay date. It was.
But
gay.
wait, you guys to ruin my moment of coming out.
As long as you're coming,
Gay. I'd be the worst gay.
you would be so terrible at it.
Oh, so bad.
Oh my god.
Hey, you guys see that parade?
Boy, do I love cock.
Oh man,
Man, can't get enough of it.
hey, let's scissor. Oh, yeah, that's not us. Wait, you just
Why is there so much dong in here?
How are you with that guy? That guy's the worst gay. Yeah, but you ever see his balls car wash? It's so fucking good. He covers the taint and everything. It really hits the fotch.
Balls car wash. Yeah, he even makes the noises. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
You know, when you look deep into my mouth, there's two Mexicans with rags cleaning up afterwards. It's a really good car wash.
Make sure you get the undercoating.
Pat needs to build a
Hit the
wall in his mouth.
undercarriage.
We got to build a wall in Pat's mouth to keep the Mexicans out.
We have this thing at work. It's just like a snack.
Braces.
It's called Fitballs, and I can't stop laughing every time.
What the fuck is Fitballs?
It's just like fig and almond all smashed together. But I'm like, this should be a commercial. It's like, how many in your mouth? 8. I got 8 Fitballs in my mouth.
I got all the footballs.
We have Fitballs and nut clusters, and I'm like, what are we doing? I can't do this.
That's fantastic.
All right, we did it.
Were they salty?
Like a
nuts yesterday?
marriage, we made it through. Let's get the
Oh,
out.
God. Just marking time till we're dead.
Dave, tell them
What?
things.
Check me out this Friday at Broadway Comedy Club. Find tickets.
No times, no fucking.
Yeah, 9:00 show. Find tickets. Visit
Broadway Comedy Club definitely has more than one show.
Dave Vince Comedy on Facebook for the link to get tickets. And yeah, I'll see you there.
Are you gonna shoot somebody, Dave?
Maybe shoot you with my comedy.
I was running. I was taking a jog today because it was so fucking nice out, and I was running home on the Riverwalk, and some guy was just standing there with headphones on, going. And I heard a girl go, "Is he gonna shoot people?" And then the father just turns and goes, "That motherfucker ain't shooting nobody." It was so great. Just some retard doing finger guns. Then,
Yes, go to terrible.com and check out my other podcast we recently rebooted, relaunched.
terrible, for those that can't spell. It's the word tarot in the word bowl, not terrible. I don't want them to be like going to terrible. Terrible.com is probably, I don't know what that is, but I want to go there.
No.
Terrible.com.
Yeah, I don't want to know. But if you go to Tarot, TAROTBULL.com, then you can find a podcast I do with my friend Ashley. It's about tarot cards and psychology. And you can get on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, all those places. And also look for my book soon. I'm looking to put it out for the new moon.
Is Ashley a dude or a girl?
A female.
Okay. Because like
Chick.
dudes, my next question was going to be if like Ashley's a dude, is he British? That seems like they do that a lot. They take girls' names and make them into like Leslie and Ashley.
Anyway, terrible.com.
It's out there.
What?
Terrible.com is out there.
What happens if you go to terrible.com?
It just gives you like a listing of related links.
Oh, it's available.
Yeah.
It's probably really big money.
That should be our website.
Right.
Terrible.com.
That's where the merch should be.
Then I would have part of both of those websites. That'd be great. Terrible and terrible.
Yeah, so when they spell it wrong, they're going to you both. Oh, yeah.
You can
you're
make
right. That should be all our merch.
Yeah.
Terrible t-shirts. Oh, my God. Terrible sweatpants. Yep.
It's got to be expensive, though.
Terrible condoms are tremendous.
We got to spell those TAREABLE.
Terrible.
Terrible. Like rip.
Hey,
Brandon.
Like nip?
Brandon, you should do
like gooks?
You could have a bowl
like
and then do tarot bowl.
Oh, like a bowl, tarot bowl. I think that's Brian. I think Brian Barganier has tarot bowl actually.
No, that's the riff bowl.
Did you see that? No, he's got a tarot thing and it's called like tarot bowl or something. Yeah, I was like, oh, I have tarot bowl, like, and I hit him up on thing to do something. Yeah, but that's crazy. I'm like, that's the synchronicity.
Why are we plugging other people?
What else we got going on?
Tarot bowl,
you,
guys.
Dave, I've got a lot going on. All right, first of all, you go to YouTube, Pat Oates' YouTube channel, subscribe to that. Thank you very much. Go to my Patreon, Pat Oates' Patreon, check that out. Got a bunch of not only this show, but my other two podcasts as well. I've had to take a break from my writing challenge. I've been love doing it. I want to start doing it again. But if you want, I'm going to start writing again. But go over to my Medium, Pat Oates on Medium, and check that out. What I'm doing. I'll start back up soon. The only problem is, I fucking had to take on more hours. I got moved to after 1 year of work. I'm a manager now, and I got to work so many goddamn hours. I'm exhausted, but happy with all the things I'm doing and creating. I've been watching a lot of anime in my spare time, trying to hang out with kids, doing everything. And I've got a bunch of comedy shows lined up, a bunch of things next month. Just follow me on social media. You'll see where those are. If you're in Connecticut on Thursday, I'll be at the Black Hog in Oxford, Connecticut. You can check that out.
And then Friday, I'll be hanging out with a Black Hog.
Yeah. The Black Hogs, weren't they they were the rival of the Sweat Hogs and Welcome Back Cotter. Hey, I'm Vinny Barbarito. Hey. All right. So there you go. We all good? Any last thoughts on marriage?
Nah.
Brandon?
Fuck the state.